Bob's Year in Review. Pretty much like every year, a whole lot happened in 2024. Wars, trips to outer space, assassination attempts, a solar eclipse, and still the price of groceries have not come down. Here's my take on 2024. So pour yourself a cup of coffee, sit back, and enjoy the ride. January. The year kicked off with the release of Jeffrey Epstein's associates. The list included Donald Trump, Bill Clinton, Stephen Hawking, Michael Jackson, Prince Andrew of Britain. It was forgotten about 3 days later. NASA helicopter Ingenuity flew its 72nd and final flight on Mars. At government expense, the copter was used to seek out building sites for Elon Musk's new home. Musk said it was an entirely appropriate use of taxpayer dollars and denied that he was a socialist, saying that he was more of a fascist. Woman wins the ugliest lawn contest after her husband, ex-husband that is, makes off with her lawnmower. Putin's 3-day invasion of Ukraine enters its third year. The month of February. In the Lost and Found Department, a city that existed 2,500 years ago in Ecuador, was discovered. The city was larger than both the Aztecs and Mayans. They were finally able to take down the "Have you seen this missing city" sign. Greece legalized same-sex marriage and adoption, becoming the first Orthodox Christian country to do so. Homophobe Stephen Miller cancels his trip to Greece. The Odysseus moon landing, operated by the U.S. firm Initiative Machines, was the first U.S. spacecraft to land on the moon in over 50 years. The landing wasn't a total success, though, as the lander ended up tipping on its side during the process. Elon Musk was furious at having to look sideways at pictures of his other taxpayer-funded home site. The month of March. Vladimir Putin won re-election with 88%. The remaining 12% remain unaccounted for. Vermont Governor Phil Scott, who only won by 71%, places a phone call into Putin to see how he pulled off 88%. Scott's call went straight to voicemail. Joe Biden wins the primary election in Vermont. He's 100% confident that Vermont will put him back in the White House. Baltimore's Francis Scott Key's Bridge collapses after being hit by a cargo ship. The lyrics to his song had to be changed to, "Oh, say, can you not see my bridge?" Montpelier gets hit with another flood. The GOP declares climate change to be a hoax. The month of April. Coming under the "That's Quite a Buzz" category, a 3-year-old claimed to hear monsters in her wall. Her parents said monsters aren't real. Well, they found a giant honeycomb and 50,000 bees living in the toddler's bedroom wall, proving monsters are real. Taylor Swift becomes the first musician to become a billionaire solely from songs and performances. Wow. May. 2,500 crazed monkeys invade a town in Thailand. They were trapped and put back in cages. In Vermont, an equal amount of crazed creatures were running around begging people for votes. Some got elected. We're told that none were caged. Vermont State University recently awarded Max the cat a doctorate of literature for his exceeding friendliness. Confident he can topple Phil Scott, Max announces his run for governor in 2026. Robert Kennedy Jr. discloses that he had a brain worm. No one was surprised. The International Court requested arrest warrants for war crimes committed by Israel Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. Defense Minister Yoav Gallant and 3 Hamas leaders for alleged crimes against humanity in Gaza. Donald Trump was found guilty of 34 felony counts of falsifying business records. No one cared. The month of June, Mexico elected its first female Jewish president, Claudia Sheinbaum. Joe Biden had the best debate of his career against Donald Trump, said no one ever. The month of July, the Olympics. There were many losers and a few winners. The top winners, Snoop Dogg and Martha Stewart. Hurricane Beryl trashes northern Vermont. GOP declares climate change a hoax. Tom Cruise closes the Olympics by stunt jumping from a roof. Vermont gets flooded by Hurricane Debbie. GOP declares climate change is still a hoax. Robert Kennedy Jr. admits he put a dead bear in New York Central Park. Month of September. RFK Jr. is investigated for sawing off a whale's head. Says that this is all about the weaponization of our government against political opponents. The whale disagreed. Norway became the first country in the world where electric cars outnumbered petroleum cars. Also, no more Tupperware parties. After 80 years, Tupperware files for bankruptcy. October. LeBron and Bronny James became the first father and son duo to play in an NBA game together. 250 towns in Vermont got mad at Stowe for being named the #1 in the top best places to see the fall colors in the United States. This is by USA Today. Well, the leaves are pretty darn nice here in Manchester, Vermont. November. Somebody got elected to something. A lot of people are happy. A lot of people were unhappy. The month of December. For the 3rd straight year, the leading cause of death for children and teens ages 1 to 17 in America was guns. Firearms killed more kids than car crashes and cancer. Vermont had no mass shootings, but 66 people died from guns. To all my faithful readers, I'd like to say thank you for continuing on this ride with me. I will keep writing as long as you keep reading. My name is Bob Stannard. This is The View from my place. Thanks for watching.